Yeah, so what's up? Uh, ish, didn't quite realize that waking up and jamming onto a video, I had to like build up some confidence and stuff. That sucks. Anyway, what I covered last night was out of what is it? Agitation? No, not agitation. I just got annoyed. I was trying to shoot a video for like 10, 11, 12 takes, and it got to me. So out of that annoyment or frustration that came from that, I actually dared myself to shoot 3 videos every day for, well, as long as I feel. It's probably going to be like forever, which is going to be cool. So I'll start this one with this by saying what I really wanted to say in the other video, which is part of what Ed Sheeran song that I was listening to. I was talking about loving can hurt, and I was in a thought trend. I caught a thought there, and the thought was about that. I think that it's through the painful times, through when the times that love is hurting us the most, that you want to love the most. Because when you do this, you are showing the universe, you are giving the universe the picture that you're not afraid. So the universe will keep giving you more love, like even more love than you have, even more love than you expect. And that gives you like this other feely kind of strength. Like you get strength, but not the same kind of strength that you get from the food and stuff. It's like mystical strength. It's like some strength that you've never felt before to go through things that will elevate you. And trust me, the things that are making love seem painful will only keep coming. So it's up to you to elevate well above them. And what you do when you do this is put out more prayers to the universe, for the universe to respond to. And part of these prayers is inspiration to others, the ones who are watching you, because the universe is watching you, your surrounding is watching you, the plants are feeling you, the animals are feeling you, because everything is connected. We are all connected. So when you do something, know that your vibration, your movements, your thoughts, everything is impacting the surrounding. If you go to a place and you don't feel the wind, or you don't feel the air, or the air feels different, um, that's like some of the basic indications that your surrounding is feeling you. And you, in cases like this, you can actually affect the elements depending on how deep you are into it, because there's a power, there's of course there's power aspects to it. It's not all about opening portals to other worlds and like um you're asking like, no, okay, cool. So about these woke people who don't want to travel, who don't want to go to different places, because I feel like now that I'm on this journey, I want to see the whole world. And like, if I look at those people who are trying to what who are actually trying to lend a hand that I can't seem to take, are actually not going anywhere. What's up with that? No, it's because these people are so like, it's not that they are so advanced, but like when you woke, there's like experiences deep within yourself that you open up to, and these experiences involved opening portals to different places. Like you can actually go to any place that you want to go to, even places where you haven't been, but they are in your experience, meaning that people that you've interacted with, beings that you've interacted with, animals that you've interacted with, plants that you've interacted with, because plants are actually very powerful and they are very ancient. Even a plant that's growing today, it's drawing from Mother Gaia, and Mother Gaia is giving the best to the plant, which is like the best of what the stars have left, because Mother Gaia is pretty much made up of in consolidation of space matter. That's meteorites, that's suns, that's other planet pieces, that's the moon pieces. Because like a while ago, Luna, the moon, was comprised of like water, and she lost her water to us, and that's how she um like she's like the tide controller. You know about this, right? Like that the moon controls the tides, and like that's the long part story of it, that she's always trying to get back her water, but she cannot, and then part of the other planets waters, when they evaporated, where do you think they went? You think the water just froze into space, and it's now what? Oh, came over here, man. But the guy is powerful, it's like, and she keeps getting powerful, she keeps getting more powerful, and part of that reason, or like, as she keeps going, becoming more powerful, she's attracting more. And part of what she's attracting is meteorites, and this, what, broken stars, falling stars, meteorites, and this space junk, because of the gravity and stuff. And one aspect, the sun is protecting her from the flip side. Like, we see the sun from this side, so from across the sun, from the other side of the sun is protecting Mother Gaia that way, you know. And then from this side, um, Jupiter, most of the time, Jupiter is like our shield. It's our biggest shield. It's our biggest, and it's always protecting us. Saturn, Neptune, they also protect us. Uranus too. What's the other one? The Citron there. There's Sirius there. There's a lot. Others on the outlier. Because Jupiter also has Titan, the biggest moon on Jupiter, which is bigger than the Earth. So Jupiter's moons, because Jupiter has 79 moons, Jupiter's moons are also playing a part in protecting us from meteorites that could actually crush us out of orbit, or out of the Goldilocks zone, which is the zone where we are just perfect for life. You know, just perfect for life. You know how amazing that is. Of course, it's pertaining to the third dimension. It's in line with the third dimension. Of course, on the fourth transition to the fifth dimension, the Goldilocks zone sort of changes. Which is like the place where, like, fun can be had. I don't want to say life. I want to say fun, because some other planets are like on 5D. They are like on different dimensions. So on this dimension, for life to be perfectly suited, like as we are on Mother Gaia experiencing life this way, it's like, it's not exactly a miracle, because miracles are like, God working in separation of us, like, because we don't believe that God is with us every day. So when God pulls off something, when God does something, we recognize it as a miracle. And miracles shouldn't actually be, it should be like a habit, like something that we always see. It's like air that we breathe. Because if that, what we call miracles, is truly a miracle, then breathing is also a miracle. Because every time you draw breath, that's magic, man. That's the essence of life. If like, it's so magical what oxygen does to our body, what the air does to our body. Not only oxygen, but other parts of the air too. Why oxygen is only a percentage of the air, 21%, and then the rest of the air is like, just there to buffer oxygen or what? No, it's like it serves the purpose. Nitrogen for the sky, and for the plants. Different oxygen, radical species for the ozone. You understand me? To maintain, the radiation. Because we can't see ultraviolet, what rays, from the sun. So, like, the ozone helps us, by keeping those at bay a little bit, because only the bees and the bird, and some animals can actually see the ultraviolet rays. If we could see these rays, oh my goodness, you know how powerful it would be. It's like that part of the spectrum, the light spectrum, that we cannot see. Now, if we could see that, we would become so much more powerful. Because if you can see it, you can perceive it. If you can perceive it, you can create with it. You know how more powerful it would be to create with ultraviolet. Of course, you can try to imagine the ultraviolet color. Now, it's very different if you can create it with like a full-on feeling, like, that heat that you feel. If you could pair that with a color, ultraviolet, and like the real ultraviolet, not this one that you are making up in your head right now. But that one can work too, because you are a creator, you know. And so it all stems from love, you know. So when you're going through your darkest points in life, you want to love more. And this I've learned from my path through life, that I ought to love more, you know. Even when it's crushing me, I want to love more, you know. And it's not so much for the other person, it's so much for me, because I want to show myself that I can be better. I have been bad. I have been really, 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 really bad. Probably much more bad than you can imagine. I can pull up. I can, I can, I can pull up for you if you would like. But what I really wanted to say is that I can pull off the most mindless heists that you can think of. You know, the most mad endeavors. You know, like the things that you see on TV has nothing on what I can do. You understand? And for me, I'm not trying to seek redemption from that. I'm like not going back to that. Not because I'm afraid of it or something like that. Not because I'm like not because of any funny reason, but simply for that reason that I can actually adapt to a different timeline, meaning that I don't have to do what I've always done. You know, like in terms of my beliefs, you know, I've always believed in a certain way. So like now that my beliefs are challenged, so which is like an actual belief, in actual reality, belief is just a thought that you've made habit out of. So I found that I can actually form different beliefs, you know. Believe in myself, you know. When they say believe in yourself, they actually really mean that you should believe in yourself, and not like something out of you. Because if you keep believing on something that's out of you, you keep looking for validation from something that's out of you. So you go to people for validation, you look for validation through things, through money, through all these things that are out of you, while you should be looking from the inside. Now when you do this, when you start looking from the inside, when you start creating those feelings from the inside, like for instance, if you want financial abundance, you start creating it from the inside first, and then the outside. And then in creating it from the inside, you're creating the feeling, you're giving it out, and then that's what your experience becomes. But before that, it's like the prayer that you're giving out to the universe, which is the feeling. Then the universe has no other reason but to answer your prayer. It's almost instantaneous, it's like almost immediately. And the only way that can be blocked is not by the outside again, it's by you thinking of the outside, by you bringing in the outside. And how does this come up? You know, it's like you thinking of your ATM. It's like you thinking of your balance. You know, like, oh man, I'm like feeling $1 million. I'm like feeling like $1 billion. And then your mind quickly makes an assessment of that. You know, and then you go like, oh shit, my balance is only 10,000. It's not even 100,000. It's like about a million. It's not a billion. You understand? What you're doing there is bringing into your experience that which is out of your present body, out of your physical body, and that is what stands in the way of what the universe is answering you with. And the universe is very honorable. The universe gives you exactly what you are, what you are thinking of. So if you think of this balance, yeah, the balance comes forth. The balance comes forth because the universe gives you immediately what you are resonating with. So that balance comes forth, and then because of course between a billion and 10,000, there's a whole difference. So 10,000 is what you're thinking of at the moment. And then you build more resistance by telling yourself like, no, I mean, because of this 10,000 and I want a billion, now I have to work, now I have to do this, now I have to do this, and now I have to do this. And then every single plan that you are making to actually get to that million is actually or that billion is actually coming in the way of you and your billion, you know. So now you have to make it through all of this. And at the same time, there's people that you are talking to, people that will help you introduce even more resistance. People like you want a Range Rover, and then it's like, oh, this, that, oh, that. Oh, it's so much. Or like, oh, you have to use the bank. All these things. Yeah, all those things are just like getting in the way of you and your billion. And it's not all about the billion. It's about the children that you want. It's about the husband that you want. It's about the wife that you want. It's about the garden that you want to form. It's about these things that you want to do. That's why some people like me, I have chosen something very simple this year. I know I talk about it a lot, and that was growth. I just wanted growth. And through growth, I discovered that, when you are thinking about something, you don't want to plan about it too much. You want to act on it, especially these little things, like if you want a garden, you don't want to think about it so much. It's like if you got a backyard, you just want to start preparing it already. You just want to jump on it. Like you just want to do the things. You just want to do it. If you think of a video, just do it. If you challenge yourself to something, just do it. Don't let it linger in your creation space too long. It becomes a blockage. It becomes a point of resistance. I might be wrong on this, but it's really is, bringing me strength, and it's so beautiful because when you start acting, the universe starts bringing in more of those vibes, you know. And then a reminder at the back of your head keeps coming in that, yeah, you're a billionaire, baby. You're a trillionaire, baby. And then the more you affirm that, you are creating new neural pathways. Then the universe, actually, from what you are doing, you get a good feeling. And then that good feeling will show you the way to an even better elevated good feeling than this. And so that good feeling to point you, there's an infinite amount of amount of points where these good feelings can point you. Now, this good feeling will point you to the next thing that you can do that will bring you the next best feeling better than this, according to your thoughts, according to your thought patterns, And if your thought patterns are vile, and it doesn't matter, this is not about good or bad, because there's no actual good or bad. The universe doesn't give a fuck about, or doesn't care, excuse me, doesn't care about the good or bad. It just cares about the vibration that you're giving out. So if you're giving out according to the vibration that you're giving out, according to the thought patterns that you have formed, this good feeling, even if it comes from like, taking people's things or stealing whatever, stealing from other guy, like we all do, it's it's from that feeling, from that thought, from that good, from where that good feeling comes from, it will know where to point you to create a better feeling than itself, because the universe is always about elevating you. So in whatever you do, whatever your habits are, because when times get hard, you go back to your habits, and what your habits are is what you will get more of. I used to smoke, I used to drink, and then I had to change those habits. And the things that I had to do to change those habits are like things that actually lowered me. And then those are the same things that when I was feeling the bottom, not feeling down, but when I was feeling the bottom, I found pieces, I found trinkets, things that I can build with, and I grasped them and I made sense out of them. And now, me projecting like upwards, or like downwards, because we are upside down on Mother Gaia, she's holding us with gravity, and we are like, when we are looking at the stars, we are not looking up, but we are looking down. If you look at it from a different point of view. So, me looking down to back home, to where we truly come from, it's like these are like bridging me through. It's like these things that I picked up, it's not like I dropped them there. No, I didn't drop them there. It's like they uh, came into my experience because of the thought patterns that I was creating. And now all these, they are giving me what, they are giving me thoughts. You understand me? Thoughts of how to do things better. And then as I follow through with those thoughts, they form thought patterns that are strengthening other thought patterns that are in line with that, bringing in more good feelings. So anytime I go to a place or space that doesn't make me feel good, man, I want to get out of there. I don't want to be there unless I stay there for growth. And that's like taking one for the team. And what's your team? Your team is your 500 trillion cells. Your whole community, your whole being. That's your skin. That's your hair. That's your teeth. That's your gum. That's everything that makes you up. That's your eyes. Your eyes. You have like about a million in there. It's and these ones, they never change. They've been with you. They've been the same size ever since you came out. You understand me? So you appreciate yourself. There's parts of you that you should appreciate, so you take some certain pressures for these parts of you. You understand? For you to prosper in a certain way. Like for instance, you have to understand that every piece of you is brain. It's like it's intuition. Every cell in you has the ability to think on its own, and it's conforming to how you are making it. Um, you are sort of styling it with your thoughts, with your thought pattern, because you can actually just remake yourself from the thought. You are how you think you are, and so if you go to a place that doesn't mirror you as you, like you are being treated as like somebody else, you understand me, other than how you really think of yourself or how you really know of yourself, then you want to learn about this, like you want to learn about where it comes from. Like you don't just want to like, oh no, they are treating me like trash and now I want to get out of there. It's like you want to learn, like, is it about them or is it about me? If it's about me, what differences can I do? You understand me? How can I get better? And then if you don't have an answer to this, you want to ask the universe, because you are the universe. You are part of the universe. You are like a very unique, a very beautiful part of the universe, um, expressing itself in human form. So you want to ask the bigger part of you, like, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with this place? What curse is humankind under? Like, please, universe, riddle me that. You understand? And then the universe probably like throws you the biggest answer that you can get, and you can't comprehend it. So and then you go on crying about the same thing. So the universe will keep dropping answers on you until you get it. Sometimes you even forget that you um asked for that. The universe will keep giving you that as long as your energy keeps asking for that. And then sometimes you just want to get out of that place, and that's in other cases where you have outgrown the place, and you get into the place and the place is trying to get you down because of your growth. That's understandable, because you actually know, you can actually tell, you can actually tell that that place is trying to get you down because of your growth. But if you're in a place and you can clearly see that these people are like much, not much better, much bigger than you, but you just have profound respect for these beings. So you understand that, no, um it's not about that I'm better, and these beings know that I don't think of myself better. Even though if they think of you as better than them, you know that there is something else, that's going on. So in these cases you want to explore that, and in most of these cases you will be exploring that in pain, in hurt, and this is where Ed Sheeran comes in to sing and say that loving can hurt. And this is where I come in to say that that's the times that you should love more, because the universe will give you the strength, will show you the way, will heal you in ways that you can't even begin to understand, and by this healing you get to understand this pain, this hurt in a different way, especially that you if it results, because it can manifest in different ways. It can manifest in illness, in disease. Now if it manifests in illness, in disease, you actually get to explore those parts, um those manifestations in respect. For instance, disease, it means that you are put out of your ease, you know so you need to get back into your ease. How do you get back into your ease? And then you do that exploration. When you do that exploration, you learn more, you're expanding yourself, you're expanding